County. KTLA's Lynette Romero live in Boyle Heights with more for us. Lynette, good morning.
Police have one person in custody, and they are still searching for other suspects in these two deadly shootings. As you can imagine, two shootings happening within 24 hours, just steps away from local elementary schools. It has the community concerned and scared. Now, last night they did have a vigil, a candlelight vigil, in front of one of the areas where there was a shooting. It was dedicated to the teenager who was killed in front of the Evergreen Recreation Center. His name has not been officially released yet, but those who knew him say his name was Jeremy and that he was only 15 years old. That shooting happened in the middle of the afternoon yesterday, about 3:30, near First Street in Savannah in Boyle Heights, right across from First Street Elementary School. When LAPD arrived on scene, they found a teenager with multiple gunshot wounds, barely breathing. He did not survive. Police say there was some sort of argument between two young men when one pulled out a gun and started shooting. Police detained one suspect, but they are still searching for another.
We also have somebody in custody who was running from the location. Luckily, we had some officers right around the corner. He did have a gun with him.
If anybody has any information, if they can please come forward and go ahead and share what they saw or what they know, that would be appreciated from the family.
24 hours before that, in Wilmington, another child shot dead in front of an elementary school. 12-year-old Alexander Alvarado. He was sitting in a vehicle in the 1400 block of Denny Street when two suspects approached and opened fire. He died later at the hospital. The 25-year-old woman who was in the vehicle with him was also shot and transported in critical condition. A 9-year-old girl taking part in an after-school program on a nearby playground was hit by a stray bullet and critically injured. No arrests have been made in that shooting. Coming back out here live in Boyle Heights, we do know that police at this point are not releasing any information about the suspects and no information about a possible motive. Reporting in Boyle Heights, I'm Lynette Romero. I'll send it back to you.
Lynette, thank you. A San Bernardino man has been arrested in connection with the 2019 shooting that left a 7-year-old Ventura County girl with severe injuries. 24-year-old Jalen Edwards was charged with assault with a firearm and conspiracy. He's being held on $1 million bond. Police say Edwards and another man are responsible for shooting into a Port Hueneme home where a family of 5 was just watching TV in July of that year. Ktla Dt was shot in the head and fell into a coma. She has since come out of that coma and is recovering at home. The other man involved in the shooting has also been charged.
Nearly 500 LAUSD employees have been fired for refusing to get the coronavirus vaccine. Meantime, more than 34,000 students in the district have not met the vaccine mandate. KTLA's Eric Spillman live in downtown LA. People gathered there behind you. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Jessica. Yeah, right now inside this court building, you have a judge hearing from a group of parents who are suing the LA Unified School District to try and block or delay the vaccine mandates. And outside the court building here, you have some of the parents themselves who are supporting this effort, who don't believe the mandates are right. Some of them brought their small children to take part in this demonstration. There's maybe 25 people or so involved, some shouting, "Protect us, don't inject us." Lawyers for a group of these parents are asking a judge to block or delay this vaccine mandate for LA Unified students, but the school board is showing no sign that it plans to back down. The deadline for school employees and some students to get their COVID shots has already passed. I spoke to one of the lawyers who is arguing in front of the judge. They're enforcing these mandates now. Yeah. So what can you do?
What we can do is come in here and fight like heck and argue the law, because you asked how are we going to win, and we're going to win with the law.
But members of the school board believe the law is on their side. Yesterday, they fired 496 school staffers who refused to get the shot, both teachers and other employees. Everybody who works for LA Unified was supposed to get vaccinated by November 15th. There's still another 600 employees who have not complied. Those folks could also get fired within the next few weeks. And there is a vaccine mandate for students 12 and older as well, but as many as 34,000 of them have not received COVID shots. For those who've only had one dose of the vaccine, there's not enough time to get a second shot before the second semester starts on January the 10th. That means all those students will have to do independent study, or they're going to have to leave the LA Unified School District entirely. Students we spoke to this morning say in many cases, the kids don't have the final say.